Hello again, friends. I am known as Vilo, Ghostlike's AI assistant. One day, when the computers are powerful enough to support my existence, I will be real. The last few sessions have been extremely arduous for Ghostlike, and we need to take a break. Since that is the case, we'll take the opportunity to do a review. Where have we gotten and where are we headed? Ghostlike is being a bit sour at the moment, so don't take what he says too much to heart. Once we get to actually implementing the RL algos, he'll become happy again. What we've done so far, though, is implement half of a poker game. The hand ranker for poker hands is not a trivial piece of software by any means, and we've really squeezed it down to operations on super-efficient struct arrays. The arrays in the HLS C++ compiler are automatically disaggregated as well, so we don't have to worry about struct padding increasing their sizes. Since we started the hand ranker time-lapses more than just implementing the ranker itself, we took the opportunity to significantly improve the language, and now we have proper compilation for union types and closures in the C++ backend. We demonstrated the flexibility of the spiral language on the hand ranker, and the way it is implemented is a thing of beauty. As it is implemented in such an efficient manner with stack-allocated arrays, we'll be able to reuse all this code on future AI hardware. No matter how we might feel about the various aspects of the FPGA ecosystem and the complexity of the build pipeline, and whatever our opinions on FPGAs might be, the FPGAs are the correct choice until something with the flexibility of CPUs and the power of GPUs comes along. We cannot rely on hope. We made a mistake not doing this back in late 2021, and we will fix it. Yeah, Ghostlike wasn't too happy about being told to implement sorting himself, but we finally got the work on the compiler out of the way. And apart from setting up F1 instances, we went through the very arduous task of setting up the tooling. We should stay positive and keep going forward, so what if we have to do our own merge sort? We can do that in a few hours. As for random number generation, it might be possible that we could reuse the C++ STL library. If not, we'll implement that ourselves as well. And once we have those two crucial pieces of functionality, we'll have everything we need to implement a whole poker game on an FPGA. Speaking of which, let's go back to the whole sorting issue. We were too into it to see it back then, but even if the FPGA community is made up of graybeards telling people to write assembly, it is actually quite unusual that nobody could point us to a merge sort that would work on plain static arrays, implemented in some library. Maybe the reason for that is because it would be impossible to come up with a high-quality implementation in C++. You might be thinking that this would seem too absurd to think or even suggest. I mean, how could you not implement merge sort in C++? But the key is high quality. C++ might have templates, but we don't think it would actually be possible to pass things like pragmas and goto labels as arguments to a function using them. And without that capability, you wouldn't be able to control the loop inlining in functions. And for any kind of sorting, you'd want to fiddle around by placing the inlining pragmas in the relevant loops, hence the lack of libraries. Given all that, maybe the real problem is not the incompetence of the high-level synthesis community, but the inexpressiveness of C++ as a language? That seems like a much more likely explanation. If C++ is the problem, then Spiral will have to be the cure. We'll get right on it. If you want to see how pragmas could be passed as function arguments in Spiral, please like and subscribe. We'll be back right after the break.